And it was another story online that made me realize exactly what kind of organization this is. This is a public document, a public court document of an ex-employee who took Win solicitors to court for unfair dismissal. Now, I've read through this document and I will share a link of it so that anyone else can see, because it is public information. But initially during COVID, Win solicitors dismissed one of their staff, didn't give them gardening leave, didn't give them the right to work their notice period, and didn't pay them their holiday in lieu. And basically just said to them, it's COVID, like we just have to let you go. See, that doesn't fit the legal requirements if you're going to dismiss someone in the UK without a reason. Like if they're not getting fired, you can't just say, okay, bye, today is your last day. It doesn't work like that. So this employee opens a case against them. It goes to court. A judge reviews all the information. Win solicitors have the audacity to stand up in court and basically try and fight for why they should have let this person go. And after the judge reviews everything, from my understanding the document, he goes, you guys cannot fire someone like this. Now, what I found interesting about this story is that this is an organization that has continuously said that they will not share certain information about me, like phone calls and whatnot, which I've had to get from my phone company, because they want to protect their staff. The same staff they just fire and just dismissed without any care in the world. This story already being bad, on top of another one that someone reached out to me about to say that allegedly, and I have to say allegedly because obviously I don't have proof, the court document, I got proof on that, I can share that with you. This story is just what someone told me. So Win solicitors allegedly had an intern that was working with them, and this intern decided halfway through their internship that they didn't want to complete the internship. They'd worked the first period, but up to a point where they might have felt like it just wasn't for them, or, you know, having read previous employee reviews, I could see why someone would want to leave, basically. And so this person left, and Win solicitors took this intern, who I can only imagine was young, to court and made him pay, because in the contract it says, like, if you don't finish your internship. And I just think that's already like so brutal. Like, someone's come to you for experience and you're already probably underpaying them because it's an internship. Took them to court and made that intern pay them back the money that they had earned for the work that they had done. Again, an organization who claim to not give you things that hold your data to protect their staff. Now, truly one of the main reasons why I've been sharing my journey and also other people's stories that I've found online is because the scale of how many people have been victimized by this organization is so large. But the issue of online reviews is that in an accident claim situation, they act so fast that someone doesn't even have the time to look at reviews online. But if more people publicly shared their experience in a way where more people see it, then other people might have the opportunity to understand who it is that's calling them, or who it is that they are being directed to when supposedly they're thinking they're speaking to their insurer, but they're not, they're speaking to someone else. The reason it's so important for us to share our stories online is so that we spread awareness. How many people have suffered at the hands of organizations like this? Because honestly, when I'm reading this stuff online, I'm just thinking, fuck me, if I'd just seen one or two of these reviews before I'd ever spoken to them, I would have had a totally different approach. And I wouldn't be in a 4 year, is it 4 years? 4 year battle with them, where they are constantly still in my life, where I'm still battling with them and due to go to court with them to point out the fact that they didn't give me information, nor do I understand where they seem to have gotten a signed contract from me. And that's a whole different story, right? Because I've gone back to them numerous times and been like, how is it possible for you to have a signed contract from me in November of the year that the accident happened, when in 2022 and in 2023, I was still receiving emails from your organization asking me to sign a contract. And even if they did have a signed contract from me, they withheld critical information, which is the reason why it never went to court. So now I have to stand up in front of a judge to explain to a judge that you guys are fucking idiots, because not telling someone that their child needs a bank account in their child's name and that the funds wouldn't be released to their child until they're 18 is deemed as critical information, because you and your dumbass heads seem to think that it's not. And it's not that you don't think that it's not, it's just that it goes against your case. And in all the other videos that I've made, so many people have come forward to say that they've had dealings with them, they've had bad experiences, they know people have had bad experiences with them. It is such a grand scheme that this company is going to. And actually in a recent review, I saw that someone had reported, and I'll put a screenshot of it here, reported wind solicitors to the SRA for basically how the fuck they get contact information of people who have been in accidents, because that should not be information that is freely given out. And the SRA have replied saying, we are aware that there is a potential situation going on with wind solicitors and how they get people's contact information, and we are currently looking into it. But I still think it's important for me to come out here and to share my experiences and share other people's experiences, because it's fucked up. Now, moving on to the signed contract. This is the bit that I only discovered in October, just 4 months ago, that they were actually doing something else that they shouldn't have been doing. So whilst I was telling wind solicitors, the fuck are you talking about, signed contract? What is all these emails that you keep sending me, asking me to sign a contract? Someone replies, and I think again it was the same director, being like, we first need to determine the difference between your son's case and your case. And I'm thinking to myself, my case? The fuck do I have a case for? And I'm thinking, is it a case because of like the dispute they have with me? No. See, I had to dig through my brain quite hard. And the thing is, the year of the accident was a very traumatic year for me. So it's a lot of it that I've shut off. And the penny dropped, and the penny dropped hard. I was in the car on the day of the accident. I was in that accident. Do you understand what kind of trauma you have to go through for your brain to make you forget that you were in a car accident? But see, I never wanted to open up a claim. So why the fuck did wind solicitors open up a claim? And why the fuck were they sending me contracts for a claim that I never said I wanted?